Last week I talked about Julian of Norwich, the great English mystic who lived during a time of pandemic and of economic and political uncertainty, not that unlike our own. And I spoke about the teaching she received from Christ, which was that all things shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well, bathed in the love and care of God. That led me to think of another spiritual giant of the church who experienced his own times of trial, St. Ignatius of Loyola. You've probably heard of St. Ignatius as the founder of the Order of the Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits, which have become the largest order of priests within the Roman Catholic Church, known for their outreach, their missions, their dedication to education and to social justice. In fact, the current Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, Francis, is the first Jesuit to hold that office. You may also know that Ignatius was a soldier, fighting in the early 17th century in Spain. Ignatius was severely wounded and underwent a very lengthy period of recovery, during which he was led to question many things about his life and eventually experienced conversion and gave his life to Christ, determining that he would dedicate all of his works from that day forward to God and to the church. During this time, Ignatius also underwent an extensive period of meditation, reflection, and deep prayer that led him to value these things as much as a life in action. In fact, once he founded the Jesuits, he determined that they should be people who were contemplatives in action, combining a life of action and ministry around the world, and also a life bathed in deep reflection, prayer, and meditation. Like Julian of Norwich, Ignatius experienced his own divine visions and wrote of them in some of his diaries and his autobiography. To the end of combining contemplation and action, Ignatius wrote a set of what have become known as the spiritual exercises, essentially a 4-week retreat um, into prayer, reflection, into the life of Christ within the Gospels, and examination of one's own life. He also wrote something called the Examen, which was a form of daily prayer and reflection, which an individual Christian might reflect at the end of the day on her or his own life, on the specific encounters of that day, and where God might be found in them, or where they themselves could be representatives of God in daily encounters. I'll speak more about the Examen in today's Keeping Whole.